half of my job when I did do audio testing. Sometimes I would just sit for hours. I think I told you guys before there was a day I tested everyone. I was done by midnight, and I had to wait till 5 a.m. to have one more person test, and then I was done. So stupid things like that. That's always fun.
Yeah.
Oh crap. Give me one more second. I'm started the stream, but then I just realized I'm an idiot and I never connected my phone to the internet, so my regular internet is not going to be able to handle this. I wish it should. Normal internet should be able to handle 720 resolution. It's not that difficult.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I hate the monopoly on this. So while I'm setting up this last part, so if I understand you right, you're wanting to talk about like what you should be prioritizing when you're doing shot calling.
Yeah, and also just like my mindset while I'm shot calling, because I'm down.
Sorry,
And
the internet cut out. Hold on, the internet cut out while I was adding the secondary internet when you said my mindset, and I didn't catch them afterwards.
Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so like some games I'm totally in that mindset, and I'm just it comes naturally to me to be the shot caller. But then other games I'm just kind of, I feel like I'm sitting back and I'm just kind of following what everyone else says, because I definitely don't think that right now we have one set shot caller. It's like everyone kind of pitches in, and we all generally come to the same conclusions. But there's not. I don't feel like there's really one set shot caller, which is why I kind of wanted to do this, so that I could get stronger.
Yeah, that makes sense. And the first thing I'm going to tell you is you just need to have a stronger voice with more authority when you're making a decision. I don't know if you ever pay attention to what I'm doing when I'm shot calling. It's not like I'm the best shot caller in the world either, but I'm a pretty loud voice when I'm telling you guys at least what the hell to do. Wouldn't you at least agree? I have at least some sort of presence when I'm telling you guys when I'm in the game with you guys what I want you to do. And tends to be that you guys follow along for the most part. But having that voice and being confident in yourself is what really sets the tone for that. And it might take a little bit for the others to start following what you say when you do have that tone, but setting that tone and being confident in yourself is going to make a world of a difference when you do a
lot of times I'm like, when I said like how I feel like it comes natural and all that, then I feel like I am assertive, and I definitely know what you're talking about. Like most of the time when you hear me shot call, it's like, oh, should we go to dragon now? Can we rotate to dragon? Like, or should we do baron? Like, I'm asking, and I understand that that's not the ideal way to do it. It's just I'm naturally unsure. I've only been playing this game for a couple years, and a lot of times I just generally don't know if that's the right call. So it sounds like, and I am asking.
Yeah, that's all going to have to do with confidence. It also, in the moment, it doesn't matter whether you're exactly correct in your call or not. You just need to have confidence in yourself with whatever decision you make, so everyone else makes the same decision as you. And then after the game, if you made a completely stupid decision, then the team can talk about it and you can learn about it. But in that moment, you need to not second guess yourself. You need to... and it will get better as time goes on, but you need to come up with at least some type of plan and go towards the plan. And even if you're wrong, at least all of your teammates went to that plan. And sometimes, even if it wasn't the best of plans, it might actually work better than you expected to, because you had the confidence to tell your team to do that, and they all listened to you rather than asking questions or not being like entirely sure. And you eventually do come up with a little bit of a better idea, but your team doesn't follow it as well as they could have just because you weren't decisive with it. Now, why have this... Are you on the stream at the moment?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you can just mute the YouTube part again. I've gotten the ultra low latency, so it's only a few seconds behind. So I have this word pad out to talk about, and I might make a little bit of ads as I'm typing this, but I wanted to go down at least a general list of what you should be focusing, like what should run through your mind when you need to make...
Can you make the text any larger?
Yes, I can. let's make it. We can make it 24, and we can also do that. There you go. You should be able to read it. So
better.
I'm gonna actually small this a little bit now since I have it full screen. So what this is basically going to do is I want to come up with a list that is number 1, number 2 onward, and your first thing to mine should be what is number 1. And if number 1 doesn't work, then you need to go down the list to number 2. Like, these are going to be like priorities of what you should be focusing within the game and what is a better objective or thing to take over another. So we can make this list together, essentially. So
Okay.
if there is what's the most important thing in the game? If you had to prioritize literally one thing on the map, what would be the most important thing?
Elder Dragon.
Elder Dragon?
Yeah.
No. If I had one of those like notepad roll ups, I'd hit you in the head with it, but I don't. It's the Nexus. You literally win the game if you can get to the Nexus.
Okay. I mean, okay. I thought
Okay.
you were talking neutral objective.
No, nope. Talking anything within the game.
Okay.
Nexus. You literally win the game if you get the Nexus. So if you're like,
All right. Yeah.
in this list, if your objective is like, what's the better choice here, getting Baron or winning the game with the Nexus? I'm really gonna hope that you're gonna choose the Nexus over the Baron. So yeah, that's why I meant is these type of objectives. Now,
all right.
now we can go to what the next thing is after after the Nexus. If you can't win the game, what do you think is the most important thing to get?
Probably Elder Dragon.
Elder Dragon. So
Yeah.
I would consider Elder and Baron to be on the same platform, pretty close. Well, I'll go back to that and we can talk about maybe what you want to focus on each one later. But after most of the time, Elder or Baron are going to be the next call on the list. But after Elder and Baron, what is gonna be? What would you think would be the next thing you'd want to prioritize? If there's no if neither of those are on the map or Baron's on the map, but you don't think you can take it, what would be?
Are towers included?
Yes, any type
Then,
of
yeah.
any type of.
I would
objective like
say, first or second tier towers. Anywhere on the map, I guess.
that. Yeah, outer towers probably.
Outer towers.
Because the most important towers to get are all 3 of the outer ones. As soon as you break those outer towers, it opens up the map a lot more. So I've always said when I've played like ranked games, if my team has all 3 of my outer towers gone and the enemy team has all 3 of theirs up, it is so hard to win the game at that point. I feel like I lose like 80% of the games where the enemy has all 3 of their outer towers up and my team's lost all of them, just because you lose so much map control. There's no way those minion lanes can push into the enemies because the towers literally stop, whereas there's nothing stopping the enemy's lanes pushing into your side of the map, so you lose a lot of control. So yeah, those outer towers are pretty good. Although let's say an outer tower, you're not gonna be able to like finish the whole thing like immediately. What would you be thinking of next to get if you can't get
Probably Shelly or Dragon.
Shelly or Dragon? Yeah, those are not too bad options. Rift Herald, Drakes, and I would say that both those are around the same. As you know, the Drakes scale with the game, and then Rift Heralds can also help you get those outer towers. I mean, the whole point of, if you can just take the outer tower, it might be better than taking the Rift Herald, because that's the whole point of the Rift Herald. But yeah, you get what I mean. So
Right.
at this point, if you can't get a Nexus, if you can't get Elder or Baron, outer towers, Rift Herald, Drake, I feel like there probably honestly should be a gap in here. What's another important thing that we haven't talked about yet, that's a good objective to take if you could take it.
Are you talking about kills?
Anything in the game that your team would be that you could make a shot call for to tell your team. So yeah, I can't include kills, but what are we missing that should probably be somewhere between Elder and Baron Dragon and Outer Towers or Rift Herald? I feel like there's something in the middle of those that should be there. And
Inhibitors?
yes, inhibitors. Inhibitors open up a lot of that map pressure. As I was talking about, the minion waves you get a lot of pressure on the map when you have pushing waves, and that's why inhibitors are so good to take, is because they literally cause map pressure on the map constantly. So that's why inhibitors make a big difference. So I would say, honestly, where would you put it? Where would you put inhibitors on this list?
I think what you're getting at was right. Like, I think under Rift Herald, but before dragons.
I would actually
put it the other way.
Well, I would put it above both the Rift Herald and the Drake. You can't get I would say if you can get an outer tower or an inhib, that's a really hard. There's almost no point in the game where the enemy's gonna have outer tower and an inhib open at the same time, is there?
Right.
Almost never. But so basically inhib, I would say are around there, because usually if you can take an inhibitor, your team can reset and then take the Rift Herald or Drake afterwards. So that's why I would put the inhibitor right there, because it gives you that pressure.
It gives you pressure, right?
Yeah. So, after Nexus, Elder, Baron, Baron, Outer Towers, Inhibitors, and Rift Herald and Drakes, what would you think would go next?
I guess kills or maybe buffs. I'm not sure.
Kills or buffs. I'm pretty sure we're just about that point, but we've only talked about the outer towers so far, so I would actually say the rest.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. The rest of the towers.
Rest of the open towers. So, yeah. So we have our main objective, win the game clearly. Elder and Baron usually are a better trade-off than trying to get outer towers or inhibitors, any of those type of things. Then your outer towers usually are the next thing to take, because you open up that map control. But if you can get Elder and Baron, that basically leads you getting outer towers usually, so that's why you prioritize these. Inhibitors, again, there's almost no point where you're going to have outer towers and inhibitors up, so most likely you're not going to have to worry about those. I mean, technically, if I had the option between inhibitors and outer towers, I would probably choose inhibitors, so I might switch this, but they're so close together, and there's almost no time in your entire life where you're going to have to choose between one of those two. So that's probably not going to be a choice they have to make too often. And then next would be your Rift Herald and Drakes. And why I would think this would go after the Outer Towers is just because once you do get those Outer Towers, it gives you more pressure in order to get these objectives. So by getting the Outer Towers, it makes it easier to get the Rift Herald and Drake.
Okay.
And then any of the rest of the open towers is always good to get any towers down. You know, clearly you can't get to the Nexus up here without killing at least one lane of towers. So the more towers you take, you know, the closer you are to winning the game. And then after this, what is the next thing you should maybe focus?
I think definitely kills.
Yeah, you're probably at the point where we're at the bottom of the list, and picks, kills, and then you've already said I'm not going to waste any more time on that part. I would say enemy jungle camps. I'm just gonna generalize it right there. Is there any other objectives you could possibly think of that we're missing? And I'm legitimately asking. I don't know. I'm going through my head to make sure I've got.
I'm assuming buffs are counted in number 8. So no.
Yeah.
Other than that, I can't think.
Yeah,
of
so
anything?
this is probably your list to prioritize that you'd want to think of.
Okay.
And you'd want to study. It wouldn't take you too long to remember these, but you want, and this is going down. So if you're like, can I get the Nexus? No. Can I get Elder and Baron? No. Can I get an inhibitor? And if you say yes, then this is what you should probably go for. And then so you basically just go from the top of this list all the way down, and that's what you should be thinking of every time
And
you get
easy checklist.
Yeah, so something like that, and there can be other things that play into this. This isn't like a ends all type.
Do all end all.
Yeah, like if you had to choose between Elder and Baron, you were saying that you think Elder would be better than Baron. Why would you say you'd rather have the Elder than the Baron?
I just think it has more. I guess it's just my play style, but I think it has better dueling power. I do agree that Baron has a lot of pushing power, and Elder gives you a lot of dueling power. And I guess personally, I feel stronger if I can duel more than I can push.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess both are equally as strong, but I just personally prefer being able to duel more. I guess.
All right, so let's try to think of maybe team comps a little bit in here too. Let's say
Right. Yeah.
Let's say you have a heavy engage like team comp, maybe you have a Malphite or a Kled or something in there, and a few extra CCs throughout the team. Which one do you think is going to help you more, the Elder or the Baron?
Definitely Elder.
Yeah, because you're actually going to be able to push that buff onto the enemy. Yeah, use that advantage. Now, if you have like a poke comp like Israel, Janna, Orianna, things that don't really engage, you're gonna see where I'm going with this. The Baron might be a better call, because if the enemy team is smart, they're gonna be like, oh, they have Elder, and we most likely don't want to fight this. And if they're smart, they're going to just wave clear with their Baron buff if they are able to. If you had to trade one for the other, and you don't have very heavy engage, and the enemy team gets the Baron, you're never gonna fight them if they're smart, because they're just gonna hide behind their Baron buffed minions, and then Elder ends faster than Baron, so they're gonna push that advantage of Baron when your Elder runs out. But if you do have a team comp that can heavy engage, and you're trading these objectives, then yeah, the Elder is probably gonna be better for you guys. And one last little note here too is Elder tends to be easier than Baron. Baron seems to put out a lot higher DPS on people that are killing Baron, whereas Elder, a lot of people can solo the Elder in this game compared to soloing a Baron. So,
definitely.
Keeping those things in mind would be what you'd make a choice out here. But everything else is for the most part, you can go down this list whenever you're in a game with our team and be like, can we kill the Nexus? No. Can we kill Elder or Baron? No. Can we kill an inhibitor? No. Can we kill an outer tower? Yes. Okay, let's do the outer tower. Or it's a checklist.
Right. Yeah. I just made a sticky note, and my so I remember how I said my monitors were messed up.
Yeah.
I ordered new monitors, and they're gonna get here in about a week. So once I have that open, I do plan on having this sticky note up, like on my second monitor, to check after we get picks and stuff. I think that would be definitely super helpful.
Yep. So, now the other thing I wanted to do, if you're up for it, is go through maybe a few LCS games and try to find moments where they do a big team fight and then see what they do afterwards. Does that sound good to you? And definitely. I've literally watched none of these games, so it's not like I'm going to know what they do. I'm going to be guessing right along with you as to what...
Who we watching?
Choose from this list. You have 10 games here. Choose one.
Okay. Let's do Golden Guardians.
Versus Dignitas?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it.
Hello and welcome back to Bonus League Monday, where we got two more. Hello and welcome back to Bonus League Monday.
Shut up! God. I want to see what they're... what is their draft real quick. So we're gonna probably go towards the end of this game. You know, when team fights are gonna start going off. I forgot.
Okay, wait. First, can we pause here?
Yeah.
And just look at their comps.
Yeah, sure. That's a good idea.
So, hold on. It's not. Okay, yeah, there we go. So set J4, Zoe, Varus, and Braum versus Renekton, Pantheon, Victor, Ashe, and TK.
So what do you think of both teams?
Okay, so J4 and Pantheon as junglers tell me that both teams are looking for some sort of early dominance. And from watching LCS just in general, you see a lot of that. You see a lot of early game junglers and trying to get that early lead.
Mm-hmm.
So that's standard. And then the Renekton also tells me early game. Set tells me kind of early game, but definitely a lot more scaling team fight sort of goal. Zoe tells me a lot of poke, so a lot of siege. Varus, I think a bit of both. Honestly, like really good team fight with his R, but still amazing poke with his Q and W.
And then I think of Braum as a way to peel more than engage.
Yeah, definitely. So I think they're more of a siege comp, no, with the Zoe and Varus, and then just counter engage with the J4 and Set and Braum, I think.
Yeah.
And the other team is just, I guess, they're made for engage with the Renekton Pantheon, and I guess TK as well, and then get the team fight.
Yeah.
The Ashe Arrow. Yeah, I think that would be.
Yeah.
That
so
would be good,
so your engagers are the right team, and your peelers and poke are the left team.
So Golden Guardians are more like peelers and siege, and then Dignitas is engage team fight.
Yep. I think we got it at that point. I want to see if we. I wish they had a. Didn't they have an objective timer up normally to show you when these objectives are?
Normally they do, but it comes not. It doesn't bring it up every once.
Well, they got a Rift Herald somewhere around here.
Yeah.
I want to see because I'm wanting to see when they choose to do these objectives, and I think my computer's gonna lag a little bit if I keep it at 720. It's not the best resolution in the world, but you can at least get the...
but we can still see what's going on.
Yeah, it's the gist. You don't need awesome detail for it. So there's no fight that went on here, which is kind of what I'm looking for. When I'm going through these games, I'm wanting to find when one team beats another team and then discuss what they do next.
Right.
And gosh darn it, I just want this to work. It's terrible quality. Oh god. Now the fun thing about these games is they tend to not have very many deaths. Like right now we're 20 minutes in and there's only been there's 5 people. Yeah. 5 people have died by 22 minutes. So I'm trying to find when a large group of people decide to die. Okay, we just had a fight somewhere in here. And man, okay, well, it looks like we know that they're going to choose Dragon just because I skipped a little too far ahead. But I guess we can see. All right, let's go from the beginning of this and then see why. Try to see why they choose Drake. Okay, so we just got 3 people dead on Dignitas and no deaths on Golden Guardians. Mm-hmm. And all right, so with looking at the map, Varus is on low health, J4 is on low health, Braum and Set are kind of mid, and Zoe's full health. And we already know they do dragons. So do you think... is that the call you would have made here? It looks like Baron is also on the map, and there's all the outer towers.
Right. All the outer towers are gone. Well, me personally, I just about always choose Dragon, unless it's only Baron up or something. But again, that's the whole reason I'm doing this, to try and get out of it. So, I think based off their comp, which was interesting because in that fight it seemed like they were the ones that engaged and they got counter engaged on, which is the opposite of what we said.
Yep. Is that because someone got?
Interesting.
Is that because someone got picked here? Let's see why they start this.
Yeah. So Zoe got a good E on the TK.
Yeah, you did.
And then I think it just kind of.
Yeah, he took a lot of damage. Varus decided to chain here too.
Right. Yeah. Varus hit a pretty good ult. And then the Pantheon comes in, but anything really just gets popped. And then a Renekton as well.
So I'm curious, because my mind would be going to Baron at this point with 3 people down on the enemy team.
Yeah, based off of what you said, yeah, Baron was the right call here, based off of their comp and what they could do.
Do they try? They look like they're about to try it. Did I miss something? Did they do Baron first and then Drake? Okay, so I might have not skipped too far ahead. So they actually did do the Baron. Like,
right? Yeah. So Baron would be the right call here. Yeah. So they definitely do Baron.
Okay, so they
always just kind of zoning, keeping Ashe out of there.
Yeah, so they do the Baron and then they're gonna do the Drake soon. Okay, so they did follow the list.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
How long are the death timers? I can't see. How long are they right now?
I have to wait till someone dies to see. I think there's another big fight that was about to break. Yeah, someone's about to start.
Well, the reason I ask, hold on, can you pause?
Yeah.
The reason I ask is because in that time, I feel like you either have to choose one or the other, but they did both. So I just wanted to see, did they really have time, or were they kind of pushing it?
On the Baron
with the dragon. Yeah, because they did Baron and then they went and did dragon. And so was that greedy of them?
Let's see. Where did they win their fight? Okay. Tom Kentra's 32 seconds right now. Now let's see how it goes. Pantheon is 35 seconds. Renekton is 43 seconds. So yeah, there's some pretty long timers for 24 minutes in the game. By the time they finish Baron, did they finish it yet? Oh yeah, they already finished. I went too far ahead. They're trying to do the replay at the moment. They're not showing the continuation. Oh, I get it. The enemy team we watched the losing team take the Drake.
Oh, got it. Yeah. So they traded.
Yeah, they traded. They knew they couldn't do anything about the Baron, but they chose themselves to. Yeah, honestly, probably should have talked about losing things that you could have done. Now, that's a good actual thing to watch there. They made the decision, like, there's only 2 of us alive. We can't...
we can't contest Baron.
Yeah, but we can at least get the Drake done. So that was a good thing to watch of the losing team, of what they did. They still got an objective. I mean, it's just not clearly as good as a Baron. So, I think it was safe of them to do that Baron call there. Those timers were pretty long.
Yeah.
Oh. Looks like we skipped the... Oh, is this another fight that happens? 2 more people ended up dying, so I skipped something. Here. Right here. I want to watch this fight.
So, what I see right now is that we were right with the comp, is that they're just sieging.
Yeah.
Like, they're just letting their Baron buff go to town. The Zoe's trying to poke and zone.
Yeah. So he went way too deep.
Set goes in, yeah.
Wait, there's 2 deaths there? Who's the other person that died? Oh, Set and J4. When did J4 die? I didn't even catch the J4 death.
Yeah, I think he was trying to save the Set, and they both went too deep.
Oh. Okay, well... Okay, yeah, he ends up dying to the Ashe era. Okay. So, this is... All right, so this is going to be the exact opposite of what. So they just got 2 kills. Now, what do you think? The timers are 48 seconds on set and 40 seconds on J4. What do you think? They're going to try to do next?
I can't see the full map.
Let's see.
Because of your little bar, but based off of what I see, I think they just ARAM it and just go for that mid tower.
You think they get that?
There's no other objective. Yeah, that's what I would say. Is just since they can get pressure now, they would be pushing against Baron minions, but they have the numbers advantage, so they know that Golden Guardians can't go in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would assume they would at least try to get the mid. That seems the other 2 hour towers are down. Now let's see what they actually do. So what it looks like is they're going to reset themselves and they're going to actually push out their outer lanes. Ooh, that's another one. Ooh, that we forgot about that. That's an objective that we forgot about. Pushing lanes. It's a very good objective. Sometimes. I don't know where we'd put it on the list. Rest of the open, probably after rest of the open towers.
After 7.
Okay. Yeah, you usually don't want to chase kills. It's not, unless if there's another objective. You have to be 100% sure you can get the pick or kill before. I guess after pick or kill, but you don't want to be chasing it. It's either a surefire thing. If you can surely kill that person, then yeah, kill them, but don't go across the entire map to do it. So push out lanes. That's a good one.
Okay.
So that's what they decide to do. They say there's they can't get the hour tower.
I think that's a good call. I think that's more of a defensive call, right? Because then that kind of hinders them from using their Baron to push out their side lanes as much.
Yeah, well, they have to spend more time pushing out those side lanes to get back to their towers. It does help, and it opens up the map when you push out your lanes. It gives your team more control when your lanes are pushing. The other thing I think why they chose to do that is because I think since the enemy team still has 3 people alive, and they have Baron still, I think they didn't think they'd have enough pressure in order to get that middle tower. Because even with 5v3...
Yeah, honestly, looking at the people that are alive, those are the threats.
So both carries and a support that can peel.
Both carries and support, yeah.
So I think that's why they skipped out on the mid call and they went to the outer lanes to get that pressure. So yeah, I'm glad they actually did that, so I could remember pushing lanes. That is not on a high priority on the list, but it is.
But it's definitely an important one.
Yeah, it is. Now we need to see if there's another fight that happens that's big. A 1-1 fight. I don't think it doesn't look like anything happened for the 1-1. Here's a big fight that's about to happen. So let's watch this from the beginning. As soon as my computer stops dying. Okay, let's try this.
Already in the duck towards the back line. Stopwatch use. Can FBI get out though? Past the flat health bars low. A big punch at the top. But Acaden is there and finds a shutdown. Victor finds a second. It's 2 for 1 for Ticket Hut. They get a third. As Dragon will not be stopped. Hans are forced to run away, but they can chase him down. The slows are. Man,
I was about to say they're really trying for that kill. Oh my god! Get annihilated.
Yeah.
They really should. So what they ended that. So it's 3v2 in Dignitas's favor. So right, I'm pretty sure it's pretty obvious what they're gonna do. But what would you choose to do in this situation? All right. Well, maybe it's not so obvious because Baron is up.
Their Baron is up, but their DPS is dead.
Yep.
And 2 major threats are still alive, so I don't think Baron is really on the table.
Actually, yeah. Why don't we just go down this list and talk about it? Okay. So Nexus.
Obviously, Nexus. No.
No.
Elder or Baron. I honestly don't think Baron is on the list. Like, I don't think that's an option.
No, they don't have the DPS for it. Inhib,
no. Outdoor towers. Into a Zoe and set. I don't think that. I mean, I guess it's possible. I'm not sure. I wouldn't risk it. I would not risk it.
I feel like I actually would, just because they have Frog in with almost full health. I mean, all they have to do is wave clear. Aframu and Acadian don't need to be so far up. But Froggen, he doesn't Victor have a empowered auto attack?
I don't think so.
With his passive.
Maybe.
Anyway, I think they're going to be able to do enough. I bet you that they're going to be able to take this tower.
Right.
Let's see if they do or not.
I was just thinking with the TK so low, that would just be bait.
Oh, they're going.
For the Zoe.
Oh man, he thinks they can go in for.
Oh, they think they can kill.
This is why they're professionals.
Yeah, they're
okay. Fine. So they actually skipped it. They actually skipped our technical list, and they skipped our tower. They're like, we're gonna go for a pick and kill here. Like, so they go for the kill there. And they've got, they're good enough at this game to make it.
Still got the towers, yeah.
Yeah, they got the tower too. So I think they can see their own power level better than we can.
Yeah. But
the safe option there would have been to take the tower. And I think they could have done that without risking it, but they're a good enough team that they can do that crap.
They can dab on them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think we're good enough to dab. Okay, it looks like another fight goes out because one person dies on one team and two people die on the other. So let's see what happens here. Okay. Here we're about, so let's go back here.
First chance to strike, and every second is critical in these setups. Remember last time around, it was Dignitas that were too slow to the dragon, so didn't even get to contest Golden Guardians on that smite. This time around, they're going to take matters.
Beyond.
Yeah, they see Closer trying to run away, goes back to the duck, but he's going to drop for this one. They get the kill for only a Guardian Angel. The first battle has to land. There's the pullback. They might find Golden Flute though, and he is going to trade his life with the opposing tower.
Okay, so if I remember right, this is how this ends. So let's see, Huni but died on their team, so Renekton's down. So the top laner's down for the jungle and the mid laner. So, what do you think? So, I guess let's just run down the list at the moment. Can the red team get Nexus at the moment?
No.
Do you think they're gonna look for that Baron? Elder's not up, so do you think they would be able to get the Baron 4v3?
Jungle is dead, and I would say their biggest threat is dead, so I feel like they could. I feel like that is an option. Especially considering that they feel like they're stronger than I think they are. So I would say, yeah, and they're already kind of moving towards it, so I would think, yeah, I think Baron is the play. Dragon is coming up.
Yeah, I was trying to.
Would give them soul. Yeah.
It would give the other team soul.
Right, it would give the other team soul, so they would be giving up Dragon soul for Baron.
Maybe that's what's going. I guess let's see what. Yeah, because that's about the best I could think of as them trading that. Maybe that's worth it to them.
Should we put soul on that list as well, like as a separate?
Yeah, probably. I didn't even think about that. What would I would assume? What would you put it on this list? This is all opinion based,
I would
anyways.
say after 5 or maybe after 6.
You'd put it after the Drakes?
5. Oh no. Yeah. But I meant after 4. Like
after 4. So you still think the outer tower would be more important than the
right?
soul?
Because it opens up the map, like you were saying, and it allows you to apply pressure.
Yeah, like it's definitely not higher than inhibitors, but I am bouncing back and forth between if it should be between this or it should be between that. That's the general. We'll put it under here. Again, there's probably not going to be a time where you're going to have 3 Drakes, but not the enemy towers down. So that's another one of those funny instances that aren't going to happen very often.
Right.
Although, if it's above the Drake, I mean, isn't it the same thing? Just like you're not gonna. Am I gonna get the Drake or am I gonna get the Dragon Soul? The Dragon Soul is basically getting a Drake.
Right. Well, but Rift Herald is different. Like if
you could never have.
That's not possible.
Yeah. So there'd be no, unless if it was above Outer Towers. I feel like I'd rather have rather than an Outer Tower, but that's a really funky time to do. Like it's not gonna happen too often again, but well, I think we should add it here. Drake's Sling. Yeah, we're getting into those little technicalities here, that things that aren't going to happen very often, but technically could.
Yeah.
I like our 10 list of things. I might try to put this on Reddit and see if other people agree with this list. Mm-hmm. That seems kind of fun. Anyway, so we're at the point where we're thinking that they're going to try to do this Baron, and they're going to give up the Drake Soul for the Baron.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Yep, and it's an easy decision tree too. They cannot give over the Soul Dragon, so although they'd love to do Baron, you got to pick up that.
I like how they talked about although they'd love to do Baron. So they make the decision that to do the Drake Soul. Yeah, do the Drake Soul.
To deny Soul, yeah.
To deny Soul, yeah, I guess deny, get, or deny.
You're right.
So, they chose here to deny the Drake Soul, and that, I think, would have been a Mountain Drake. Yeah, because they have 3 mountains, so they didn't want to get rid of a Mountain Drake Soul to the enemy team. I'm glad we saw that, because, yeah, even the commentators said something about that. So, do you think that was a correct decision for them to not drop?
I think so, based off their comp. So, their comp is engage and teamfight, and you need padded stats for that, not pushing power. So I think that was the correct call, and then that puts them in the running to actually get Soul. So if they went Baron there, then they were giving up their main strength of team fighting, I think, because they would be giving up Soul.
Okay.
But since they went for that dragon, then that's allowing them to give those padded resistances and shield, which is really useful.
Yeah.
I think.
So, in this case, why is my internet being dumb? I hate my internet. I really do. Anyways, so in this case, you're in the driver's seat about, right? So, when we were talking about, you were the one doing the shot call right here. And you would have said to go Baron. So if you would have gone Baron and they would have gotten their Drake Soul, let's say that happened. Like, the game still goes on, but that can be a discussion you have afterwards. Because it took you a whole, like, minute or two to discuss, like, to think that that was a good decision to get that, to deny the Drake Soul. But in this second, you don't have 2 minutes to think.
Yeah,
of what you want to do. So
in that minute, if I were to follow your advice and be confident, I would have said yes. Baron is the call. We're doing Baron.
And then your team could have talked about afterwards if you thought that that was the incorrect call. But Baron isn't a terribly bad call. It's not like the mountain like super sticks out. Like I would have had a struggle. You know, I probably would have gone Baron too in this instance. So. Again, this is all, you just have to have that confidence in what you think is the right call, and then afterwards, then you can have a discussion with the team. Even if the results didn't go bad, you could still go back with the team and be like, hey, do you think this call was correct? Do you think we should have actually done the Mountain Soul? Why or why not? Things like that. So,
right.
It's not, so it's, they were very close calls with each other. It wasn't one that stuck out way higher than the other. Let's just say that. You just have to go with what you think is the right call in the very moment. Let's see if there's any other team deaths. Oh, it looks like I should have just stopped right there. Well, it looks like they're about to do Baron, so let's see why they do Baron. Is anyone dead here? No, they're not dead yet. So let's see why one team decides to do Baron since I, you know, skipped that point. Ooh, Hooney's behind. Wow, Pantheon took a lot of damage. You know, I was looking for a second where the Zillion was. I was like, what the fuck Zillion is in this game? No, it was Guardian Angel. Okay, so we know that they're gonna do Baron. So what? All right, so now I guess we're gonna, since we already know what they're gonna try to do, why do you think they make this call?
If I'm being completely honest, I think it's because of their current positioning. Like, where you have the screen paused right now, they don't have any vision of where Golden Guardians is, so they'd have to face check, and two of them are like a quarter HP. I feel like that'd be very dangerous for them to do.
See, so do you think they predicted that they were going to start backing to get full health? Because it looks like Zoe and whoever this is, I can't tell.
No,
Pantheon.
No, I'm saying Dignitas. I'm saying Dignitas. Dignitas is the team that decides to go do Baron.
Yeah, I looked at that backward. Yeah, okay, yeah, I looked at that. So Zoe and who is this?
Set.
Okay, yeah, I set. So actually, Dignitas is the team that lost a member. He's the only one that died, but yet Dignitas is the one that goes for Baron. Isn't that curious? And their health isn't amazing either.
Right, it's because they know. I think it's because they recognize. That's such a double-edged sword, though, because I feel like they can't face check. They can't face check a Braum Varus, and they can't. Who's their jungler? Pantheon. Yeah, I feel like they could just get just blown up if they try to face check that.
So what if you?
But they know, but they recognize that the Zoe and the Set are
Super.
2 HP and have to reset. So I think I kind of agree with Dignitas here. Just follow the positioning on the map and just go do Baron. Well, Ashe is backing. Okay.
She has teleport.
Okay, then yeah, she has TP. So then yeah, I guess that's fine.
Yeah.
Because she's their DPS.
Yep. So let's see how this plays out. Oh, they're trading the soul.
Right, they're trading soul for Baron.
Okay, got it.
I mean, if you just look at their health bars, they physically can't go because Golden Guardians has the advantage. Oh, and Golden Guardians is trying to contest.
I was about to say, I kind of want to watch this Baron dance, since that's another one of our issues, if that was going to continue, but doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it is. Yeah, we're still going to have to work on Baron dances. Did we just had more deaths? Oh, we come back to... Did they ever leave? I don't think they ever left. This still continues. What happens? Wow. They were like, okay, the enemy team's backing. We're going to do this again. Getting ballsy of them, isn't it?
Yeah.
What? So, I guess before, why do you think they made that decision? Like,
because they saw that, I guess because they saw that people were backing, but their carries were still alive, I think.
Carries were still alive, and
they had the TP from Huni. So even if something did stop, like they were saying,
because if I saw,
I definitely agree that was super ballsy of them.
Yeah, super. I would be shitting myself if I was watching you guys do this. I'm like, oh god, this is gonna go bad. I want to see how this goes, though.
Okay, but also, they have the kill lead, they have the gold lead by 2k, but they gave away soul. So I don't think that they really think they can team fight. They have to go for a risky play like sneaking Baron like that, I think.
Maybe.
Even though
It's difficult too because it's 42 minutes in the game too. It is such a long death timer.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
It's Super
Like
Bowl.
one fight decides the game.
It's curious as to why a professional, like trying to get the mindset of a professional team, why they'd make these decisions though. I really want to see how this plays out. This is. Oh god, yeah. Zoe's gonna kick their. Yeah, so it was a mistake on their part. I don't think there's any stealing this back.
Yeah.
What's happening? They are really so. I guess Pantheon's still alive, and they're scared of him stealing it.
Yeah.
Good God, this is.
Because his Q does more damage the lower health. It's an X Q.
Oh
so
God, look how low they are.
A W over the wall and a Q might.
Are they gonna try this? This is just killing me. Oh God, he's gonna die. There's no way. Oh, what? Fucking blocked. Oh my God, this is just. I am dying here watching this. But it looks like the enemy team's gonna get this bear. Yeah, he's gonna die. So, I have a theory as to why they tried to do that Baron. I think we talked. Well, I don't think I said anything, but going through my head, I felt like Golden scaled better in this game than Dignitas does. Do you agree with that?
With the Pantheon, yes, definitely. With the Pantheon Renekton, I totally agree.
Yeah. So I think maybe since it was 42 minutes in the game, maybe they are thinking they have no other chance to win this.
Right. Like they're getting desperate, like I said.
Yeah, and they're gonna lose the game, so there's no point watching this one anymore. Would you like to watch another one? Or
sure.
I could probably watch one more before I need to get off here. That was pretty fun going through that. Choose one more.
You watch Pokemon YouTube?
Where did it say that? But yeah, well, there's a guy I watch that does Pokemon play, not like playthroughs like hours and hours long. He shortens it to like 20-30 minute challenges. Like can he beat? I think the last one I watched was like Pokemon Platinum with a team of 1 Abra.
Nice.
Like things like that. Yeah. So. Anyway, that's what I do with my life.
Evil Geniuses versus 100 Thieves.
Okay, right here.
Hello and welcome back one final time for bonus.
One final time, yeah, because I'm only watching this game. I'm done. So let's see what their team comp is right there. Okay, that's a lot easier to look at team comps when it's this screen. So what are your thoughts on these two teams together?
On their draft, I think 100 Thieves is definitely okay. So that has the same kind of poke and counter engage, but they have heavy tank engage with the Set and Sejuani, but they have heavy poke from the Zoe and Varus, and the Thresh is also some really good team fight engage.
So
while the other team with Aphelios Braum, I feel like that's just a really strong lane and really good team fighting. Malzahar, Aatrox, Lee Sin, I think that's another team fight. I think that's just straight team fight.
When I see, the first thing that is ever going to cross my mind if I ever see a Malzahar as a pick comp, and then I look around to see if anything else is pick related. And I feel like Lee Sin is pretty good at pick comp too. So I feel like between Malzahar, I feel like and the CC behind it. So I feel like that Evil Geniuses has some pretty good pick options here. Mm-hmm. And then I like 100 Thieves has really nice engage, and they also have the ability to poke if needed. So I feel like they're mainly engage, but if they need to, they can also siege. Engage and siege combination, whereas Evil Geniuses is more pick related, and do you think Evil Geniuses win the team fight in this? Because I feel like
I think it honestly depends on their. I think their two carries, if they do, is the Aatrox and the Aphelios. If they get those people ahead, then I think yeah they can win the team fight. I think.
So I guess it would be revolving around whatever carry takes off. So if it's like Aphelios, it's protect the carry type thing when it comes to team fighting. So
yeah, definitely.
So this is an interesting game. So we'll see how this one plays out. I wish I could see on the tiny camera enough to see how many people die. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to keep skipping ahead like this. I'm trying to see if it's a team fight that happened. Okay, so it is. Okay, so it's a gang. So it's not late enough in order to make any big decisions yet. Let's try to get a little bit deeper into this game. Okay, so it looks like a good amount of people just died. So let's see. Let's see when they died. Okay, some are. Oh, it looks like people are about to die here. So looks like this is our opportunity.
Teleport is ready. So if the game progresses as bloody as it's been, I expect that teleport to be used quickly. Topside will be the side of another skirmish. Flash it out, kick into the wall. They're gonna have a lot of damage on the Sunday, but he should still have the ulti and the W if needed.
Man, he is surviving pretty long.
Yeah.
Are they trying to give the kill? What are they doing? What? I felt like they were trying to give away the kill and it didn't work. There's no way he survived that.
Yeah.
If they are trying. Yeah, they screwed up.
Yeah, I agree. They did screw that up.
There's no way they could have lost that. If I really think they were trying to give a kill there. So what? I'm not having, and there's no time to see what their move is. They're still fighting. So this one's pretty easy, I'm assuming, because there's no objective on this top side. They're nowhere near close enough on Drake, so I think they're just going to keep trying to kill this tower.
Yeah. They're already in position for it.
They go for... What is yeah, this one isn't a straight clear. We're having Malzahar chase the Thresh, this weird fight going on here. Sejuani actually won that. You're about... Did you just try to flash out of that? That was funny. Wow. Yeah, that's not a good one to watch for our purposes, I don't think.
Ooh, yikes. Yeah.
Sorry for what we're trying to do. That one was a little too scattered. It looks like some person dies here at the bot side. My quality is crap for a second. We'll see if that clears itself in a second. Oh, we're at 3-6. Yeah, man. You can do it. I believe in you. Okay, so someone died on the bot side and they did the tower at top, so that wasn't really... That's not exactly what we're looking for either. The other games seem to have better... Oh, someone's about to die here. Let's do that. It looks like someone died before this. Okay.
Oh, never mind. Yep, going in for the triple play, gets the pullback, knows Wadi trying again, a stopwatch burn to stay alive.
I didn't realize Zoe was being picked so much these days. Okay, so I'm gonna assume it seems pretty clear they're gonna at least try to get this mid tower with the Rift Herald.
Yeah.
Do you think that's all they're going to do? Do you think they're going to try to split off to try to get this Drake on the bot side? It's a Cloud Drake, and they have 2 Drakes already. So
I think definitely. Well...
So how do you think this plays out fully, then?
Well... I think they get mid-tower, maybe a second charge on the tier 2, which opens up the map, and then it allows them to try to go for drag, but everyone on the other enemy team is up at that point.
So, alright, so there's 2 things I could see happening here myself. Either the outer tower is going to die. That's a given.
Yeah,
The two
definitely.
things I could see happening is either one, they kill the first tower with the Rift Herald and they all go to Drake afterwards, or option 2, they kill the first tower with Rift Herald and then they back up the Rift Herald to the second tower and try to take that. So which one do you think they're gonna do?
I would say try to get value out of the Rift Herald. Maybe getting another charge. Maybe not even getting the full tower, just another charge. Just escorting it in.
Okay.
And then rotating for Dragon after.
That seems pretty reasonable. It seems like a good mid-balance of both. I feel like that's what I would want to do myself, is make sure that Rift Herald gets a second charge on that second tower and then go for Drake. Let's see.
Right.
Let's see how that plan pans out. Oh, it's not even going to get the first charge. It's just going to go all the way to the second.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I didn't even charge the first one, so still had plenty of health to kill the second.
So yeah, in that case, the Shelly is full health, so
Yeah.
you definitely want to get that charge.
So it looks like they're trying to take a buff on their way out and then go to the Drake wall. Looks like Malzahar is going to try to push top. So yeah, it looks like they did basically what you thought they would. They would try to get that. I mean, at that point, it was pretty obvious the second tower was going to go down with the pressure that they were able to get, and then they got the Drake.
That Malzahar was interesting, trying to get pressure on the slide lanes while they do that, since they know they can't contest.
Yeah, that's another, and he actually does it. So that's a
Yeah.
So I guess another good ability of yours to do that. Maybe I'm not the best at either, but this, it seems like Evil Genius's thought so far ahead. They're like, okay, the enemy team's they took our mid tower, they're gonna get Drake now. What do we do? So the enemy team, it's also good when you learn how to be a decision maker on the losing team, and they decided that they can't contest the Drake, but they don't have anyone in the top lane to take the top tower.
Well, if you look, he actually went bot lane. Pushed that out, and then TP'd top.
Okay. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did cause that pressure. So, okay, so... Oh, wait, they pointed him to go to the bot lane. Okay, wait, I don't know if you saw it, but someone on blue side put a ping on both the top and the bot lane pushing. So, they told Malzahar to go to the bot, and then I don't know why he switched lanes, though. Maybe because he was on the Drake side.
Yeah, he was on Drake's side, and they knew that he knew that they were probably going to rotate for him.
Gotcha, that makes sense. So thinking of those type of little plays too, even when you're on the losing side, because that's a decent trade. A Drake for a tower isn't the worst.
I think that's a pretty good play. Yeah.
Yeah. So that
still applies a lot of pressure as well.
Yeah, and then they're, I think, even going to get mid tower too. Just because after the Drake, they realize that they have to back. So, yeah, honestly, it's not really a bad play from Evil Genius to get 2 towers for a Drake. I would do that almost any day.
Yeah, definitely.
So, let's see what else happens here. What the? Okay, we have to see why the hell he's all the way back here. What is happening? Okay, Malzahar pushes top lane.
Oh.
I just want to see how he gets so deep. Okay, so he knows that they're coming, but he gets stopped. Oh, that prediction! Oh, that prediction! Ow.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Okay, hold on. This is a good actually opportunity. This is actually what we need to talk about. Okay, so about right here. Okay, so you know that Malzahar is going to... So let's say you're the blue team, and you know that your top laner is going to do a huge fucking chase in the top lane. You know that lane is pushing, so he can actually run pretty far. So what's the rest of your players doing here? What do you want the rest of your...
Pushing the other lanes. Easily pushing the other lanes.
Yeah.
Trying to get the
well,
powers.
I think you already saw that they do that, but Baron is also on the table, although you have to think...
Okay,
although you also have to think that they're chasing him on the top side of the map. So they're going to be pretty close on that. So, yeah, pushing the other lanes in as they're chasing him, yeah, that's definitely the right thing to do. So if you see something stupid, like Jarcy said in the side, pro play is whack. It is. When you see stupid stuff like this, you have to be thinking with the rest of the team, how can you...
What can you do with the rest of it?
Yeah. So you have to be thinking of things like that. And it's difficult to do all this, but it's good to watch them make this decision. Because this is stupid. This is absolutely stupid.
Yeah. Like, I think it's definitely stupid for him to, like, int like that. But they used the best once they realized that he was dead.
Yeah.
He just stalled and grabbed as much pressure as he could.
Look at what he's doing. This is great.
Yeah, he's literally just...
He actually, if Sejuani didn't get that knock, he might have actually been able to kill him there. That was actually wonderful. So they did push at least the mid lane in, is what they did with that. They didn't have anyone close to the bot site, but they were actually able to at least get that. Okay, so what... So now we have to go to the other side. Malzahar is dead for 2 seconds. What does 100 Thieves want to do here?
I think try and get a kill, try and get a pick again.
All right. Well, let's go down the list.
Go down the list. Yep.
Nexus.
No.
No, we already know the answer to that. We're just doing it. And or Elder Baron. So there's Baron up.
Baron is up. Yeah.
Wait, is that on the table for?
I think it could be because they don't have. I think, like you said, their comp is kind of made around pick/team fight, and without Malzahar, it becomes just team fight, but without a pretty major asset. Like they're all AD without Malzahar.
Yeah.
And so I think that they would be at a pretty big disadvantage if 100 Thieves did go, but I feel like it would be enough that Evil Genius could definitely pressure 100 Thieves off.
Yeah. Well,
and stall enough for Malzahar to get there.
So my assumption is they're not going to do this because of their wave management at the moment. Do you see where 100 Thieves waves are?
Yeah, they're all pushed in basically.
Yeah, they have no map control at the moment. Now they do have the wards, but they don't have pressure. So I don't think Baron's on the table because top lane they have literally no pressure. Bot lane is getting pushed and mid lane, so I don't think that's gonna happen. So next inhibitor.
I guess Evil Geniuses could go bot and just go for that tower. I don't think they could go for any inhibitors, no.
No.
Drake
Soul. They do have 3. Is Drake up? I
can't tell.
Let's see if... No, it's not up at the moment. So that's clearly off the table. So that's off. Outer tower. I need to see what towers they have. There's no outer towers left. That looks like they have their second outer towers. Evil Genius has second outer towers up, but not the mid. So, so what do you think is the best play for them to do here?
I would say push out your bot because your top is already pushed in. It's already drawing pressure from 100 Thieves, so they need to go top and mid to kind of answer. So I think pushing out bot, getting maybe that tower there, would be the answer.
Wait, are you talking? I was talking about the 100 Thieves. You're 100 Thieves now. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, yeah. 100. Well, yeah. I mean, you're gonna have to. Well.
Sorry, I didn't make that clear. You're 100 Thieves in this point when we were talking about all this.
I can't really see, but it looks, based off of what happened, I'm guessing that 100 Thieves is slow pushing. Top is probably slow pushing based off of what happened. So I don't think that, honestly, they probably don't even need to touch it. They could just accept that they don't have pressure. If they're not going for Baron, because we're assuming that Baron is off the table.
Yeah, because of their wave.
So they could just not touch top. I honestly have no idea. Maybe
Yeah,
collapse on the
it's a hard one. I would say either look for picks. I think Cody Sun, he does have his ult up, so he does have initiate option. Sejuani is pretty close. The only person that's not here is Zoe, but Aatrox is also bottom, and he does have.
I think that would be the pick. He does have ult, and he does have TP, but I think
so it's it.
The answer would be to go bot.
So so either try to push out your lanes, match the bot lane, maybe get mid out, or try to get pick. I think are really the only realistic things 100 Thieves can do here.
Yeah.
Yep. So let's see what actually happens in this 30 seconds. So Thresh is going to go back, so they're not going to be looking for any kills. Let's see.
Oh my gosh, that's a nice laugh. And he's going to be alive in time for the Drake. No problem. Got a minute to spare on that one. It's about the time you want to be back in your fountain anyway when a Drake comes up. It's about a minute.
So it looks like mostly they're just taking the time to reset, honestly. At this point, maybe they had a lot of...
They're not really doing much.
Yeah. Maybe they're just chilling a little bit. I mean, they're not... They have 3 more kills than them, and they don't know exactly how much gold they're ahead, but they are ahead about 700 gold. And they do have bot lane kind of evening out, so they go for more resetting. And it looks like, I don't know when Drake's going to be coming up. Maybe they're trying to set up for the... Yeah, it's going to be coming up within a minute. So that's their plan, was to set up for Drake control so they can get that soul. So that was their call. Now they're initiating with Set almost there. Varus is getting pretty caught out, though. There's no peel for him. He's in a terrible place. And Lee Sin's going to get on him. He's going to die. He had some terrible peel there.
Right, yeah.
So what's gonna... So they're still going for this kill option.
Looking at the chance that it's steal, looking at the chance that it kill. Quick wave here comes in. There's the ult, there's the QSS to start running for dear life. The silence is gonna come in, and one more spell will kill him. He's trying to run. He's trying to
Okay, so what... I guess this is a good point, because 100 Thieves is down 2 people, and then Evil Genius is only down 1. No, they have everyone up. My bad. So what do you think? What do you think the call is for Evil Geniuses? Again,
I can only see that they're pinging around Baron, but I can't. Dragon.
Yeah.
I mean, is Dragon up? If it is, then I think that's the obvious call.
Dragon. Yep. Dragon is up. So you think they're gonna try to deny the Drake soul from the enemy team?
Stall it a little bit longer.
Okay. Let's see what. So they were already on that bot side.
Because off of that play, even though they're down a kill and 3 dragons, they actually have the gold lead.
Yep, they do. Yep, so they choose the deny the Drake part of it, and then they're gonna try to get vision for
Baron.
Okay, so now what do you think they do? Since now they get yet another pick. Zoe's up in 15 seconds. Thresh is going to be up in 34 seconds.
Uh,
Do you think, again, we're going to keep just going down this list. Nexus.
no, Nexus.
Baron.
So far, Red Team, 100 Thieves, has full vision control. Like, as of right now, the wards, how the wards are, Red Team can totally see what's going on. But once Evil Geniuses clears that, I think that 100 Thieves walking anywhere in topside is kind of a death sentence. With the Malzahar and the Braum and the pit comp, they're literally be playing into their hands. So I don't think that is an option.
So I guess what if it looks like here is going to be either they're going to try to get at least some vision, but the question is, do you think they pull the trigger on trying to get this Baron within the next like 10-15 seconds?
I think they could. With the Zoe and the Thresh. Zoe is big major poke, and Thresh is kind of an engage team fight.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they could, yeah. I think they could pull the trigger, because they just have total pressure of topside once they clear that vision.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think beforehand, even if I would have pulled the Baron trigger without the vision. I feel like even before this a little bit, I would have tried to go for the Baron with that pick that just happened. So I would say just rush the Baron right here. But I think they might try to get that red buff first and then go to Baron. But I feel like they haven't. If they feel safe with both teams having a jungler up, I feel like I would go for the Baron here. Maybe
Lee Sin has ult. Lee Sin has ult, so
yeah.
Well, it's not really a 50-50.
Yeah, so maybe that's their it could also be Sejuani trying to ult the Lee Sin though, so
But you can still smite if you're stunned and knocked up.
True. You got me there. So I would personally call for the Baron, but let's see how this plans out. So they do pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Let's see how quickly they actually burn it down. Bang, as you mentioned, does have a high DPS build, does have full crits pretty much active for Aphelios. And Kumo trying to zone out the rest of 100 Thieves. Meteos is ready with Flash and Smite on Sejuani, though. 2,400 on this one. Meteos does not. No, he does get the ward. He is
So
xHMYx is just zoning, yeah.
So it played out pretty much how you thought, and Lee was in the position to kick her out too.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's see. I guess we'll see how this plays out. I was gonna say possibly look into how they were gonna push their lead, like what decision they were gonna make on lanes, but I think it's a little too late. So why do you think they did go to this top lane at this point though, compared to the other lanes?
Because at this point it was the most exposed, and that would give them inhibitor pressure. I think because once they have that inhibitor, then that's, like you said, the constant pressure, which allows them to go to the other lanes.
Yep. So they think they can get that inhibitor from behind it. I would also probably add that they are already on the top side of the map. Mid lane isn't pushing as much, and bot lane they're too far away from. So I don't think anyone has a teleport up, so no one can split push that side lane. So yeah, top lane makes the most sense to me there. Why did Zoe just use her? Why did Zoe use her ult there? I feel like that was a mistake. There's no point of her using her ult there. Pretty sure that was a mess up on his part. I'm pretty sure this is the end of the game.
Yeah.
What was that? Yeah, you guys, I will be pissed if you do crap like this. Just end the game. Good God, I will kill you after the game if you dick around like this. Because I've seen games, I've seen my team, I've been on the team where my team sticked around doing stuff like that, and we actually lost the entire game when the Nexus was exposed. Yeah, I've lost the entire game because the enemy team was able to come back from dicking around like that. So you guys, if I ever see you doing that, you're going to get a lecture afterwards, because I will be super crappy to see that. Anything else you think you want to talk about for this? I feel like we were able to get some good info out of at least this.
I definitely agree. We were able to get a lot of good info. I definitely want to do this again at some point later on.
It'd be fun. Yeah, I think, and it helped me too. It's not like I've really done anything like that either. I'm not big on watching pro games. I honestly, I think I need to incorporate it a little more into our practices, but you know, we're still working on our own techniques here.
Right, yeah.
But around that, is that everything you want to cover today at least?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. All right, sounds good. We'll try to get another one-on-one.
Wait, hold on. Before we do, so I can edit my list. Can you show the list again? So I can make it. So it's Nexus, Elder Baron, inhibitors, and then after inhibitors is Soul, right?
Yeah. Yep. And this list is the... I guess we should probably specify this is the... you just got a kill advantage on the enemy team list. Would probably...
Right.
Like, so we got 2 kills on the enemy team, they only got 1 on us. What do you do? That's probably what this list is. I mean, this list almost goes for anything else, but this is probably more this is probably specifically the, you just killed people list. What do you do afterwards?
Right.
But it can be incorporated into. I mean, this is majority what you want to focus on, anyways.
Yeah. Okay, I got it. Thank you.
All right, sounds good. Around that, I will see you at tomorrow's practice.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. See it.
See ya.
So, just got done with that one-on-one with him. That was pretty fun. I hopefully the other people on the team will pick up more one-on-one opportunities. It's good to go over information like this. I think I even learned a little bit watching some of those games too. So it's good for me to watch those as well. Around that, I am gonna get off here for tonight. You guys have a good rest of the night. Bye.